Guys, I'm Dennis Oakley. I'm from Denis Oakley Strategy Consulting, and guess what I do? I do strategy consulting. This is part of a series of short videos helping you to stress test your business model, understand where you are, to help you figure out where you need to go next, how you need to change your business and your business model. So in this section, we're asking, how satisfied are your customers? Really? Do you know? Do you check? There are lots of great ways of going out and doing this, and very much it does depend on what your business is like. If you've got a business where you've got a captive customer and they can't quit and they have to buy, why the hell should you need to make sure that they're satisfied? I mean, in New York, slum landlords are absolutely classic people for not having satisfied customers. But hey, the customers can't do anything. Again, in the UK, Rackham was a landlord who was really nasty to his customers. Monopoly providers, go back 20, 30 years, telecom companies, utilities, water companies, do they care? You can say governments, do they need to have satisfied customers in a lot of areas? Yeah, most of the time, no, they don't. So they can just carry on and do whatever they want. However, going out and deliberately having unsatisfied customers is a big risk, because if you lose your strength over the market, you lose your market control, you're going to lose them pretty quickly. How many people do you now know who have a fixed line mobile, fixed line phone and use it on a regular basis? No, people have abandoned them because there is a much, much better opportunity and you generated no loyalty. So the big thing is, how satisfied are your customers? How do you measure this? How do you test this? Do you use net promoter scores? Do you have surveys? Have you got concrete measures of customer satisfaction? And are you really testing the right things? Are you measuring what is easy for you to measure, or are you measuring what is important for the customer? The most important measure generally is word of mouth, because in very, very few significant purchases do people actually make a purchase without considering somebody else, what other people are saying. So if you can find a way of measuring that word of mouth, net promoter score is a good proxy as far as it goes, then you're on to a much better approach. So let's have a look. We have frequent complaints. Our customers are very satisfied. Whereabouts on this scale are you? Yeah, and you can't be right in the middle because I deliberately missed out the 0. Sorry about that. I imagine most people are in this area. We'll tend to think that we're up in this area in the 4 5s. Our customers are very satisfied. But yeah, right, that's a lot of the time that's you being delusional, and it's not like that at all. Dig deep, bite the bullet, take the harsh reality, and then you're in a much better place to move up into this wonderful green zone. So some questions to consider. What is your net promoter score? Yeah, that is score 1 to 10. If people give you a rating of 9 or a 10, yes, I'd recommend this company to my friends or relatives or colleagues or whatever. That's great. You add up the number of people who say that minus the number of people who give you anything from a 1 to a 6. Yeah, the promoters minus the detractors. Yeah, you leave the people in the middle just by themselves. If you've got a plus score, that's wonderful. If you've got a negative score, you're in poo. You are losing customers and life is getting a lot harder. Are you getting more customer complaints? Are they increasing or decreasing? Is the number of customer complaints the right measure? So for example, if you're getting 10 complaints about the arrangement of the food or portion size, is that more or less important than the one complaint about the food poisoning that you had? How do you weigh and balance these particular customer complaints? Why do they complain? What are the big reasons that they complain? And basically, if you look at why they complain, often it is because your value proposition is not particularly well aligned with the problem that you're trying to solve. There is a gap there in what you're delivering. So that is absolutely brilliant information of how you want to go about and start redesigning your value proposition, because you're either failing to deliver effectively or you're failing to solve the problem in a satisfactory way. What does poor customer satisfaction cost you? The classic thing is, well, okay, 80% of your customers should be existing customers. Yeah, you don't have to keep on going out and paying the new customer acquisition. One company I looked at recently, they were replacing all their customers every 10 months. Yeah, and they were paying about $300 per customer. 100,000 customers, they were having to sort of pay something like $30 or $300 million a year to replace all the customers that they were losing. That is a phenomenal amount, and honestly, I can't remember if they're still alive or not. I didn't go and check. It was just too horrendous a number to do. What is the equivalent figure for your company? How many customers are you losing? Because they just disappear. They never say anything. They just go away. They don't renew. They don't place that next order. The orders get smaller and then dwindle. How many customers are there like that you have failed to serve well, so that they're not delivering the value to you or paying you again to deliver the value that you promised that you give them? And that brings us on to the final question. What are the simplest things that you can do to increase customer satisfaction? Okay, let's go out. Let's look for quick wins. Let's look for easy opportunities so that you could be boosting this up. What are the things that are the shibboleths, the things that you have never accepted that you need to do, the things that are too difficult, the things that the market is not going to accept? Get out there, do little tests, try them out, see what happens, fail fast, fail quickly, and see if you can delight your customers. So that's it for this session. My name, as I said, is Denis Oakley. I work as a strategist. I help businesses change their business model. For entrepreneurs, that often is called pivoting. For larger companies, it's corporate reimagination or any of the other buzzwords. But fundamentally, it's all about looking at your business, stress testing it, looking for better options, and then helping you go to a new, better place, also known as a blue ocean, where there's no competition, where sales are easy and margins are high. It does exist. Believe me on that. So, like the video, subscribe, download it if you want, share it with all your friends. Head over to denis-oakley.com, sign up for the email newsletter, and do send me an email with any questions that you've got about anything business related, business strategy related, and I will do my very best to help you. Thanks for listening once again. Have a great day.